Okay, so this is why these things, which you probably already know, should have never been made, but why they became a fad, or at least why I think they became a fad. So, if you didn't know already, this is a fidget spinner. Now, I am a yo-yoer, okay? Now, these two things spin on a ball bearing. And we have something exactly like fidget spinners we call hub stacks. Basically, you can grab the yo-yo while it's spinning. So, this thing is kind of stupid. Okay, so the way this was marketed was that apparently it can actually reduce anxiety, even autism and like ADHD, ADD, all that stuff. So that's just kind of you go look up on eBay. Just go look up on eBay, like fidget spinner. You'll see in at least one of the descriptions, or most of the descriptions, it will say, like, meant to, as this thing spins, it will, like, relieve autism or something. I don't know how that works. But yeah, that's kind of probably the stupidest thing about it. The reason why this probably became a fad was because yo-yos were a fad. Because yo-yos were a fad in, like, the 60s to the 90s. And my brother's here, he's just an annoying distraction.
Hey!
Okay. I'll do that. Oh, whatever, we'll just deal with it.
My dad told you it did not have face cam.
Okay, so this specifically most likely caused the fidget spinners, like, people are like, oh, look at this yo-yo, let's find something online. Oh my gosh, what does this do? It spins and I can hold it and it, like, feels gyroscopic, and they're like $5, so why not make it? So it becomes a fad because they're cheap, super accessible, like, really, really accessible.
They're like this.
Yeah, just super, super accessible. And third, and most importantly, they're, like, really distracting and I could say fun to use. I don't find them fun to use because, like, I have yo-yos and, like, this is 100 times better in my opinion. Like, hub stacks. The people who like yo-yos thought fidget spinners weren't that amazing before fidget spinners were really well known. Like, 2010, 2011. During that time, we had hub stacks. Or Z stacks, I don't know, like on the Magic Hero N9. But yeah. So,
I don't know why, but
my brother actually, funny story about this fidget spinner here. I have a green one over there.
That one,
he's gonna grab it, I think. So,
right.
He bought that one. This one is actually from a friend, and I think they accidentally left it here. And
here's Miss Puppy
it works better. So this is
Miss Puppy.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, so this thing actually was from a friend that, like, forgot it. So, and they don't live here, so we just decided to keep it, like, until they come back.
I can't show it in front of the camera.
We get it.
It's right here. Okay, there it is.
It's right here, this green fidget spinner.
No,
this is
right?
the one that he got.
It doesn't even work. It, like, barely even spins.
Yeah, that one kind of,
it
I don't know
spins
what
for, like,
happened.
10
I think,
seconds.
I think it, like, got stuck in the, stuck up to something. I don't know. But yeah, I decided to make this after the fad had ended. Like, I was gonna do this during the fad, but I wanted to see if it was gonna be a fad or if it was gonna be something that actually lasted. Like, there's still people doing fidget spinner tricks, but at least the fad has pretty much died, which I'm really happy about. Now, you might be considering, well, why are you criticizing this when you literally play with something very, very similar? First of all, this isn't a fad. I'm just gonna say, this isn't a fad because a lot of people use them, but compared to the amount of fidget spinners currently, they're nothing compared to these things. The yo-yos are absolutely nothing compared to fidget spinner sales. So, yeah, they're not really a fad. Second, what can you do with the fidget spinner?
Nothing.
You can do stuff. Like, there's tricks you can do. You can, like, hop it onto one finger, which I can't do.
You can do, like, infinite clicks on your mouse.
Yeah, you can, like, I don't know. I got a Death Adder here. Like, maybe. I don't know, that's, like, what you could do, maybe. Maybe, I don't know, maybe.
Troll your friends?
Yeah, it's a hypnotizing thing.
Yeah, you just go into their bunker, it's like...
Definitely.
Zoom. they hear a
and I don't know, maybe be a counterweight, or you could like hop it from finger to finger. Maybe you could go behind the back and then grab it or something like that. But like the thing is that I'm not criticizing fidget spinners. I'm criticizing that people literally do this.
Probably.
During class, during school, during everything. You will mostly, like, probably 2 or 3 months ago, you'd see at least someone in the room, if there of like 30 people, at least someone. I mean, probably less than 30 people, like 15 people. You'd probably see at least someone with a fidget spinner and spinning it.
Not in 2nd grade.
Well, yeah, but that's 2nd grade, so don't give them information.
Say!
Get out of here. Get out of here. Okay.
Seriously. Yeah.
And my final point is probably that these things can sometimes be made of PVC plastic. Actually, wait, no, this is my second and final point, whatever. Or PVC plastic, which I don't know if you know, but I'm pretty sure that's toxic. And there's a lot of these that are going around that are like made of toxic plastic, like stuff that if you breathe, like, have you ever, like, if you breathe fumes of this stuff in, I mean, it's not like this is gonna be giving fumes, but there's always a chance that this stuff, if you play with it enough, you can actually, like, breathe it in. This one's fine, I know. This one's, I believe, made of polycarbonate sort of thing. And then so metal rings. Which, I mean, that's fine with me. So, actually, my actual final point.
Literally, all they do is just spin around.
No, that's not my final point. Get out of here.
Hey!
Seriously, stop.
Sorry.
This is probably the stupidest thing about these. I'm gonna have a separate section on why they became a fad. Other than just because they're similar to yo-yos. The third reason why these things are stupid. Or not third, whatever, our final reason. It's because these things have been around since 1990s. Since the 1990s. They were invented by some person, I don't remember, it was like some woman. And they didn't get popular until now, which I'm assuming was because people like saw yo-yos and then did that. Which was, yeah, so that'll transition to the next segment. The reason, I already stated that these probably got popular because yo-yos are probably too advanced for most people now. Like, they don't want to take it on as a hobby, they just want something here. Fidget spinners, you know, maybe there's a, say some person decides to, like, mod it and, like, create this. I mean, these can get like $100, it's crazy. But it's probably because it's a new toy. It's like, this is not something that we've seen for a while, okay? I mean, if you don't count hump stacks, and yo-yos, what other thing does something like this? And it's like this cheap and accessible. Nothing, really.
Gears do, like, you know, what you would call it, like, machine skiers, like.
Yeah, like, for example, you know when Beyblades were a thing, or, I mean, Rubik's Cubes were really fun. I still have some, cubing is something fun. And that's not really a fad.
And also,
Evan, can you get out of here?
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, guys. I'm trying to make a video, and this man he's being a troll. I don't care. I don't really care. Whatever.
Oh,
okay, he's gone now. But this just doesn't make sense in my opinion. Some people will, like, continually, oh wait, no, this is the wrong section. This probably got popular also because of the fact that it was marketed exactly as if it could actually, like, cure, like, ADHD and stuff and ADD. And when in reality, it's really just another distraction. Like, it's just a distraction. You see this? First of all, this takes up an entire hand. Okay? You need to do this entire... You can put it on the desk, but that's just frankly annoying because, like, that's, could like I'll spin it on the camera so it can like. Oh, that just hit it. I'll spin it. So you hear that? That's just frankly annoying. You probably know what it sounds like, but that's just kind of annoying, to be honest. So people just hold it in their hand, which gives you one hand to write with, and that other hand is sometimes preoccupied with spinning it. You can spin it. I'm not good at spinning it, but like you could do that. You can spin it with one hand, but really, in reality, no one's gonna do that. This is more satisfying. I think it's. It also might be because it's like kind of satisfying to look at and feel or whatever. But that's also why it's a fad and not like a trend. It's a trend, a fad that sort of goes away. Or not a trend. It's a fad that went away because this is okay. This isn't all you can do with it, but this is generally what most people think this is all you can do with it. People are like, oh, you can do all this. Are you going to really do that? Like, I know some people will, but most people are not going to, which is why, like, what's the point of this? So that's why it sort of died and became a fad and not just like an actual thing. And probably the most prominent point is actually because of YouTube. Okay, so these got really popular in like February, March of 2017, which I decided to upload this on 2018 because this marks the death date of the fidget spinner. The death of the fidget spinner hopefully will be today. As fidget spinners were a 2017 thing, and I hope that they will stay that way. So, I don't know. I need to segue into this. This guy. Yeah, I was talking about the internet actually. So, on the internet, these things exploded. Okay, So, a lot of shows actually like became popular because of this thing right here. This thing right here, and not even using it. They just like look up pictures online. For example, like infinite lists. I don't know. Maybe Mr. Beast. Not much. Just like some random Japanese person. Oh, and especially, this is probably the best one. This is the most confusing one. This is probably the most like confusing one in my opinion. Kind of stupid one, but it is. Can you just this man? There's a monkey in the background. It's like talking. I don't know how that happens because so many people just hopped on the trend when it was still like really popular, but not nearly as popular it got in like June, July, and especially during the schools. Like September was like when it completely maxed out. Okay, like it would you couldn't go on YouTube without like seeing a fidget spinner. They've been that way for like a while, but when school came back in, this thing exploded for about a month and then died. Because of YouTube, because the people who are using this are probably kids. Probably kids from the age, about my age, which I probably shouldn't say.
My age.
Yeah, probably from, I don't know, probably from the age of like 6 to 15, somewhere around there, around that area. And those people are most likely going to be watching YouTube because that's what a huge part of entertainment is. So, especially the kids under 10, that's generally going to be the most. Oh, and one more thing. When there's kids, for example, watching something, kids are more likely to not use ad block. Number one, making people feel like, oh, I can make money off of this. Two, they're probably going to be more loyal because, like, it's like they don't have, not loyal, they're just going to watch more because they don't have nearly as much to do. And 3, and probably most importantly, these kids are probably gonna be buying fidget spinners because of these YouTubers, which is going to make the fidget spinner thing grow huge, huge, which just caused it. And then you know, people are like, oh, it's stupid a month later, but whatever, you know, that's the problem with humankind. Sorry, forgot to wash my face before this video. Whatever. Hope you don't find it disgusting. Yeah, so it's like 9. Well, no, it's not 9. It's like, yeah, it's like 9. It's like 8:50 right now as I'm doing it, and I don't really have the best lighting. So I just hope you enjoyed this like little rant of mine on the death of fidget spinners on January 1st, 2018. Let's celebrate it, everybody.
Except for the people that don't. Except for the people that.
And also rip the YouTube money. Rip the YouTube monies. Yeah, I refused to. I was going to. I started uploading fidget spinners, but I was like, you know what? No, I don't want to lose my credibility. So yeah. Bye, guys. Hope you enjoyed.